What happened to the biggest pick-me girl in your school? Arya was the girl who'd throw any girl under the bus for 5 seconds of male approval. Since freshman year, everyone knew Arya as the girl who'd loudly announce she only hung out with guys because girls are too much drama. She'd sit at the guys' table, laugh at every sexist joke louder than anyone else, and somehow convinced herself that calling other girls too sensitive made her special. The crazy part was, the guys ate it up. Even teachers thought Arya was refreshingly laid back compared to other girls. I remember this one time in PE, when a girl complained about the boys snapping girls' bra straps. Arya actually stood up and said, "It's just guys being guys. Stop being such a baby about it." The male coach literally thanked her for being rational. That was Arya's whole thing. She was the cool girl who got it. She'd brag about watching porn with the guys, rate other girls' bodies with them, and called feminism victim mentality. Girls who tried to call out inappropriate behavior became her targets. She'd mock them with fake crying sounds, post their complaints on social media to ridicule them, and loudly proclaim how she wasn't like those uptight bitches who couldn't take a joke. During junior year, when Natalie reported getting groped at a party, Arya was the first to say Natalie was probably asking for it wearing that dress. The guys would high-five her, call her basically a dude with tits, and she'd beam like she'd won the lottery. When we all came back on Monday after spring break of senior year, we were preparing for the moment Arya went off on a girl and snickered with one of her guy friends. But first period arrives and Arya walks past the guys' table without even glancing at them. Not like avoiding them, Arya just walked past like they didn't exist. She sits down at a table full of girls. The same girls she'd spent 3 years mocking. Vivian, who she'd called a dramatic princess. Audrey, who she'd labeled attention-seeking for reporting harassment. Natalie, whose reputation she'd tried to destroy. The guys started calling her over. "Yo, Arya, we saved your spot." She didn't even turn her head. It was like she'd gone deaf to male voices. At first, everyone thought it was some weird joke. Maybe she lost a bet over spring break. Maybe this was some elaborate prank that would turn into the ultimate pick-me moment. We were on the edge of our seats waiting for her to burst out yelling, "I was right! Girls are too much drama." But Arya kept sitting with the girls. She stopped responding to the guys' texts, unfollowed all of them on every platform. When Ethan tried to talk to her after chemistry, she looked right through him and kept walking. Days turned into weeks. The guys went from confused to angry. They started spreading rumors that Arya was on her period, that she'd turned into a crazy feminist overnight, that she was probably a lesbian now. They tried everything to get a reaction. Nothing. Arya just kept sitting with the girls, actually listening when they talked, not interrupting to defend male behavior. The girls were suspicious at first. This had to be some long con to gather gossip for the boys. But Arya never brought up the guys, never defended them. When Jade mentioned feeling uncomfortable about something her boyfriend said, Arya actually responded with, "That's not okay. You deserve better." Everyone's jaws broke the floor. Then we all found out what happened, and it was so much worse than anyone imagined. Audrey revealed what she'd heard from her older brother who went to college with Ethan's brother. During spring break, there'd been a huge party at Ethan's house while his parents were gone. Arya had gone, got drunk, and crashed in the guest room. The next morning, she'd woken up early and went to find her phone. Ethan's laptop was open on the kitchen counter and the screen was on a group chat. A group chat with every single guy she hung out with, plus dozens from other schools. The chat was called the Spank Bank. Arya had scrolled up, and that's when she saw everything. 3 years worth of violations. The guys had been secretly recording every girl in school. Hidden cameras in bathrooms at parties, videos taken up girls' skirts, photos zoomed in on chests and butts. They rated every girl from 1 to 10 with disgusting comments about what they'd do to them. Then Arya found her own folder labeled Our Pet Pick Me. They had hundreds of photos and videos of her, changing at pool parties, bending over in low-cut tops, drunk and passed out at Ethan's house. The comments were disgusting. They rated her body parts individually, saying, "We just keep her around for the view." Discussed what they'd convinced themselves she wanted, based on how desperate she was for their attention. They placed bets on who could get with her first. The last thing she read was, "Arya's so pathetic she'd probably thank us after."